Good morning, traders. This is Blake Morrow, and you are listening to the week ahead video for December 22nd, 2019. Well, first and foremost, happy holidays. Merry Christmas if you guys and gals celebrate it. Today's going to be a real quick video. I'm going to go over just a couple of things, but I really wanted to wish you guys a happy holiday. And this is a great season, my favorite, probably most people's favorite of the year, where you get to spend time with your family and friends, and it's so important for all of us to really spend that quality time with our family and friends. And also it's time for us to stop for a moment and give thanks to all of our supporters, those of you that are part of the ForexAnalytix community, those of you that are looking to join the ForexAnalytix community. Take advantage of our offer. It's only $1 for 10 days to try it out. It's a perfect Christmas gift for yourself. I mean, you got to do a little shopping for yourself, right? Right? At least that's how I justify some things anyway. But I do want to say thank you all for your support throughout the year and years. And without you, none of this would be possible for us. So make sure you try us out. And when you do, and you try out ForexAnalytix, whether you're using the full version, which is $120 per month, or even the light version, which doesn't have the chat room, or it doesn't have the advanced analysis, but you still get the app and you still can download it. So like I said, it's a perfect gift for yourself. You got a brand new app on your phone that gives you notifications and alerts when things in the FX market are moving. So yeah, make sure you do that. And like I said, thank you to all of you that have been supporting us for the last several years. We really appreciate you all. And happy holidays. Now, before I let you go, I did want to cover a couple of things. Believe it or not, it is going to be a very slow market probably this week. Well, I say slow, lightly. We're at the end of the year. There's a lot of flows that have been being pushed through the market right now, and I think the one that I really have to discuss is obviously the S&P that continues to grind higher, and we continue to that it's a one way ticket higher, and I don't see why this won't continue. All right, in the S&P, it's end of year flows, markets, money's moving into the markets, and what's going to stop it? I don't foresee anything. So the question is, how far can we go? And that leads me to, like last year, I looked at the market and how we performed last December, and you can see last December the market was just nonstop getting hit, and this year we're doing the exact opposite as we explode into the 161% extension of last fall's move. So you think about like December, or excuse me, the end of the year through the month of December, from October, and that 161% extension will lead us all the way to above 3,300. We have some alarms set up there for when we reach 3,300, but that looks realistic. RSI is overbought, and but we have been more overbought in the past. So just keep that in mind as relative strength continues to move higher. Yeah, it's probably a little overdone. You could have said the same thing last year about the downside. As we were selling off into the month of December, you probably were like, oh my God, it's got to bounce. Well, it'll probably pull back too at the beginning of the year, just as we had bounced at the beginning of last year, or this year, excuse me. So anyway, what I'm trying to say here is that the S&P still looks strong, and I'm not sure what's going to turn it. I'm sure if you're looking at Elliott waves, and if you read the Elliott wave or harmonic analysis on the ForexAnalytix platform, you might have some ideas of where some turning points may be, but I'm not going to divulge those. But for those of you that are ForexAnalytix subscribers, you can read through the analysis, whether it's the harmonic or Elliott wave analysis, right on our platform. Now, as far as currencies go, you'll notice actually on Friday, the dollar continued to strengthen, the euro continued to sell off as we broke through the 111 level. And frankly, the euro dollar looks like we can test back at 110. I mean, that looks, very doable. And it's not like the euro is going anywhere. It's just the fact of the matter that we look to be range bound. Also, keep in mind that the euro did fail at the 200-day moving average the last week multiple times. We couldn't make higher highs, and I explained to you guys last week on the Face webinar, and I'm not sure if I did it on the week ahead. I'd have to go back and listen. I don't usually go back and review what I told you guys the previous week. I try to do it by memory, but we did have a false breakout. That was key. We went above the 111.80, did a false breakout. I think it was so it'd been a week and a half ago. We did a false breakout, which false breakout will lead to a breakdown typically, and so I think a move to 110 seems very logical. Are we going to go any further than that? It's to be seen. But there is one thing that I have to continue to mention, and I don't. This is one of those situations that I don't know where the S&P is going to go. I think 3,300 seems, like I said, pretty logical. One thing that's, I would say, rather illogical at this point, but we have to note it, is that gold is not pulling back. Gold is just nudged right up against resistance. Now, this is not my drawing. This is Steve's analysis actually on gold over the weekend. But I want to take you to my gold chart, and I know you guys have seen this probably 1,000 times. At least those of you that listen on a daily basis, or have been ForexAnalytix subscribers at least for the last few months. You've seen this. I mean, we're in a big bull flag pattern in gold. And the crazy thing is it's not pulling back. So, I mean, if you look at where the flag pattern could actually take gold, it's up towards 1,700 and beyond. All right, so that flag pattern is still very valid, even as long, and let me reset this, as long as we're above like the 1445 level in gold, there's a risk. I mean, S&P continues to blast higher. We could do this, right? Before moving higher, that's realistic. But again, gold's not pulling back, and with yields doing what they're doing, with with stocks doing what they're doing, even the dollar. Well, I guess the dollar is strengthening, and it was strengthening going into Friday. But regardless, gold's not pulling back, and neither is silver. And if you haven't seen silver, we're pulling out of a descending wedge, and I can delete this now. This is from last week, but I'm going to remove that. You can see silver is actually breaking higher, in a move above 17 and a quarter. Silver should be trading back above 18. Again, this is not what you would expect with bonds doing what they're doing, with equities doing what they're doing. All right, so and even the yen, and that's another sticking point. If you look at like the dollar yen, we continue to question why is it that the dollar yen is not trading at, why the dollar yen isn't up at 111 or 112. I can't figure out for the life of me. It's same thing with gold. So that's why that if equities actually do find a top at some point, whether it's next week or whether it's next year, going into January or February next year, the yen and gold are probably going to be likely movers when the equity markets finally find some sort of top, and that's something that we should take note going into the end of the year. So next week, let's talk a little bit about next week. First and foremost, if you listen to the Face webinar, we will be broadcasting tomorrow morning, which is Monday, and then that will be it for the remainder of the week because Christmas falls on Wednesday. Even though the FX market will be moving Thursday and Friday, there's going to be, probably very little to do. But please follow ForexAnalytix on Twitter, because if for some reason the market does move, we are only a hop, skip, jumping away from doing a webinar. So if we have to do an impromptu Face webinar because the market is moving and it's exploding one direction or the other, we are you could call it, we are on call. So if we need to do an impromptu webinar, we will do so. And our team is available. Even though we'd probably prefer not to, and spend time with our family and not deal with it. But if the FX market is moving, we will do that. So that's and you'll get alerts on ForexAnalytix. You'll get these bell notifications. The notifications will hit your mobile devices and whatnot. Also, going into next week, for tomorrow on Monday, we do have Canadian GDP, and U.S. has core durable goods orders, and durable goods orders, obviously. So we have some data going into tomorrow, and that the market may move. And then after that, I hope everybody just enjoys their holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever holiday you're celebrating. I'm just hoping you have the most wonderful season with your family. Make lots of memories, take lots of pictures, take lots of videos. One of the things about everybody carrying a smartphone nowadays is that they tend not to take as many videos as they used to when we had actual video camcorders. So make sure you make a lot of memories and save a lot of those memories. And once again, I want to thank all of you for being a part of our community. Even if you just listen to our video every week, thank you, and thanks for always the thumbs up on our YouTube channel, and thanks for just being a part of my life. My name is Blake Morrow. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and if you're listening into the Face webinar tomorrow morning, I'll see you there. Have a great remainder of your Sunday. Thanks.